we are going to be continuing Arcade Spirits, the visual novel-ish game where we work in an arcade, we solve problems, we build relations, and maybe we'll find some love. Who knows? Or a paycheck. Both for good. Oh, there we go. We gotta click on the window though. Oh. Let's get this started. We finished day one. We finished our first day of work. There was excitement. There was a birthday party. There were cupcakes. And we met everyone. And we got this going on. Level 2. Chasing ghosts. Ghosts? More than one. Exciting. Oh, I'm gonna turn the volume back up. I turned it down so I could talk. But I like to gain the voice act when it can. It is the future year 2000XX. And you know what? Things are pretty okay. I've been working as a floor attendant at the Funflex for 2 weeks now. Oh, I guess time has passed. This isn't the second day. I may have lied in my promos or something. Hard work, to be sure, but rewarding. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisces about the far-out 19.6X's. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I scraped gum off any numbers of surfaces. I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee ball machine. Oh, that is scary. Poor little spiders. They just want to have fun and a home. This is Luigi's Mansion. This is the actual canonical side game of Luigi's Mansion. This is Luigi's Arcade. Okay, look. I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and the grossness. I'm happy, and that's all that matters, right? Right? Oh, it's Juniper, which is the name of my dog, so it's kind of weird, but we'll go with it. Right. You're happy. This is the best I've seen you in ages, Acryli. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but a good tired. My roommate Juniper, she's taken to stopping by during her lunch break, whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong. But overall, it's good work. I just feel good, totally good and stuff.
Yes.
Good. You know what's weird? I mean, arcades I've ever been to never had an arcade attendant. Unless there's like a sleazy guy just making sure kids aren't breaking things or trying to steal orders. But I guess this is the bright, promising future arcades. Things are good. As Juniper says, good. Agreed, super good, double plus good. And that's our AI, Iris. As it's the future. We all have AIs. Iris, we talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am. Exactly. I'd be more upset about my creepy, privacy invading digital overmistress, but I have to admit that Iris really pulled me through for me. Here, I can read. Right, my phone was beeping. Does that sometimes. Doesn't like me talking about other phone AIs. Even if she's also ordered a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
But Acryli, when pizza's on a bagel. Pizza bagels. I should have pizza bagels. So Juniper, how long do you have left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spot you tokens. No can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to like move colored bits of paper around or something and then exchange high fives. Assistant synergy manager. That sounds like a very vague job. Nah, it's actually entry level, good pay, and right on track to middle management. Pretty cushy, if a bit dull. Funny thing is that they asked me if I knew anybody who'd fit in before they started advertising for candidates. I said nope. Who'd want to do that? When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. Could have given me a cushy office job. So 2 weeks ago, right? When I needed to find work, you told them you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job?
Oh.
Uh-oh, roommate drama.
Well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
Juniper, please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night.
Okay. I appreciate you.
I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Honestly, from her taking her feelings into account and her job, it's probably for the best. Like, if I had taken a job and she had recommended me and then I quit, that would just look bad on her. So, it makes sense. Also, can I tell you, I noticed, like, chokers are coming back. I'm very happy about that. They're so stylish. Not a lie. I was happy here. Here indeed was. Also, not a lie. Having packed pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast, because we barely have enough money to cover the rent this week, pooled together. Also, not gonna lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things are fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also, not a lie, that every time someone in the family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
We got some shenanigans on our head. Acryli, say something. You're scaring me. When I lost my lifeguard job, I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. Let's start on the happy notes, aren't we? I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my new job. It restored my sense of hope that the days can be something to live through, not just endure. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future, right? Right? Uh, it's okay. I'm where I want to be. It's okay. Everything is fine. Lie to protect Juniper. It's not okay. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, we're gonna be nice. It's okay. I'm where I want to be. So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with settling, going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. Ooh. Choose this path. My own free will. Even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. I'm going to be honest. Boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. Okay. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong, still, no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper, you were right. I'd have hated that job, and things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do.
Aww.
I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby.
Ooh.
And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Ooh, nice chair sounds good. Ergonomics is important. Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I don't deny that job would have been a safer bet, but oh, I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know? What's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything.
Aw. I feel we need to, you know, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back.
I feel we need to be a little less about ourselves and see what's going on with her, but oh well.
But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right. I'd have hated it. I can read. I like we're not actually picking up on her like not being happy at work thing. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all of this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was kind of awful about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I can feel the distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay. And you have a good rest of the hours of the day. Yeah. You bet. She's gone. I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Where's that meme with the fire behind me? What I need right now is a distraction. And the frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket money is really slim, but I think I need to step out for fresh air, treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too? Nice and distracting. Talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see, who's available? Percy's taking a break from his score chasing. Queen Bee is between matches right now. Tio's shaking it on the showtime stage. Ashley's not on mascot duty today. I don't know. I should have like a Channel point redemption about who we follow. Let's go with Tio. Tio's been good to us. As he finishes the last beat of the song, I see Tio spin and jump off the Showtime stage platform. Doesn't even look back to see that he's absolutely nailed it. Looks like most of the crew isn't around today, which is strange. I wonder if they all went out to lunch together? Speaking of which, floor attendant Acrylic needs food badly. Maybe Tio would be interested in lunching with me. Not every day I catch him sans crew. Before I can even say anything, he's locked eyes with me already and is jogging over my way. Aw. Acrylic, how goes? Floor attendant Acrylic is about to die. You alright? You sound hungry. Are you gonna make it? Yeah. Actually, no, I may be doomed. I can't have you dying on me. Not like this. Let's go get some food into ya. And I'm taking you to Whole Story. That's the bookstore. What? The bookstore next door? Do they have food too? I think we already know this. Only the best pastries and coffee this side of Mississippi. Can't believe you haven't gone there yet. There's also like a Subway type place that we've been told not to go to. This sounds tasty, but I really should eat the pizza bagels I brought for lunch. Please, you eat those every day. Let me treat you to something other than that. Think of it like a friend date. Aw. I shake my head. Tio's relentless as always. Fine, you win. Let's go. Yeah, there's a nub subs. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I haven't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing, took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happens to call for. No more, no less. I can say that I've been a part of the community outside the immediate circle of my coworkers, whereas the others visited Whole Story frequently. Tio leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. Ooh, this is fun. I don't think I've ever been in a little independent bookstore, or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 2000XX. Who buys books in brick and mortar stores anyway? Come on, bookstores are great. Look at all these books. I want this book and that one. Look at these ones. They're like stacked here. Although having books and pastries together, that just seems to be asking for trouble. But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Tio secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on. What the heck was up with this menu? It's organized by Dewey Decimal System. That's awesome. It's a fun place. I feel whimsical today. I'll have a matte groaning, pink icing, colorful sprinkles. And ring it up on my tabs like a Simpson donut. I mumble out thanks, try not to make a big deal out of it. Cash is tight, and a boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help the situation much. Oh, hey, book coffee people. Pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Hey, I'd like one super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkled special, surprise with orange juice. You know what? Surprise me. What's your favorite donut? Just glazed and some coffee. Keep it simple. Let's go wild. Surprise me. Hey, that's good. What's your favorite order from this menu?
One Terry Pratchett coming up, a jam pastry with Clatchy and coffee.
Ooh, fancy. The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small paperback book onto the tray, featuring a many-legged wooden travel trunk on the cover. A literal literacy lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Oh, hey Matt.
Right, we've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Got like new people. Matt and Ben, they have names.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right. I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Acrylicbased at your service. I'm your inside gal for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
They're really cute.
Regardless, welcome to The Whole Story.
Aw.
I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
Apparently, the sugar is available in forms other than round and holy. That's cute. Wait. I wish more store owners were approachable.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Aw. It's not a date.
Just friends then? Friendly friends on a play date?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
Aw. Are you on the internet?
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Yeah, this seems like a Discord conversation happening.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway, next order, please.
The pair waves the next customer in. As I return to Teo's table with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray. Nice choice there. That's my second favorite. Gotta admit, it looks delicious. So, no regulars from your crew here today? Today's our monthly break day. I mean, folks come and go as schedules permit. Can't expect them to dance 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. But this is different. I make sure that every month we all take a break from each other to clear our heads, not dance and just recharge. That's important. Sometimes you need a break. No arcade, no games, no smooth moves, just a moment to reflect and enjoy the good things in life. Except you're at the arcade, sir. Wow, that's a great idea. Too much of the same old stuff really dulls the mind. And it keeps attendance up for all the other events. Less chance of a burnout that way. But you still showed up today to dance. Uh-oh. Don't call him out on stuff. Also, I like your nails. Teo looks away, guilty as charged. Yeah, those were deep thoughts. Deep thoughts at the bookstore. It's a good place. A bookstore and a cafe. You're gonna get like extra deep thoughts. Why? When is your break? Well, I mean, most of the time he doesn't dance himself. He like teaches and encourages and whatnot. Gale waves his hand away, scoffing at the very idea of it. Simply put, I don't require a break. Seriously? That's an early way to your grave. Everyone needs a break sometimes. We're gonna be lovey. The road to hell is paved with great intentions, Tio. Everyone, including you, deserves a break every once in a while. That's true for everybody. You can burn yourself a little bit, but, you know, give yourself time to recover. It happens. Believe me, I would love to take a break. But I can't, truly.
Oh, break day doesn't apply to me. I need to continue to work hard.
Ooh. We're gonna get to learn more.
You know, I built up this community from when it was nothing. I remember when it was just me and a few other players. And now look at it. We're not just a local crew. We're one of the biggest dancing game groups in the nation. We got it all. A social media feed, satellite groups, online vids to tutor the hopeful newcomers. You're only seeing the tip of this crazy iceberg.
Wow. I wonder if there's... I imagine there's DDR, like, type communities.
All of that depends on me. I gotta hustle. I can't let them down. I won't let them down.
Aw.
If this all fell apart, it would crush them. So if I stop, even for just a moment, I mean, who will be there to take over?
It's a lot of pressure. You can't do everything forever. Your friends, Tio? Me? Ashley, Naomi, yes, even Gavin. Aw, you take over my dance crew? No, I mean, look. I mean, we want to support you. You're part of Funplex. You're not alone. For the first time, Teo, who's always has a wisecrack or a smooth saying, is silent by my words. Please never forget that. Now we're having like, this is like Discord conversations. He lets a gentle smile turn his lips. I know it's hard to trust others sometimes. Just recently I had to deal with some trust issues. Really recently. Like this morning recently. And it's not fun, I get that. But you do so much for others, it's okay to let them do things for you too.
You know, you're a true friend.
Aw.
Here I was supposed to take you out and hear about your life, and instead we just talked about me the whole time. Man, I am the worst.
Oh yeah, absolutely the worst. Not as bad as I am at Showtime stage. That's not true, and you know it. Will be funny. Oh yeah, absolutely the worst. Seeing Teo down in the dumps. It's heartbreaking. He's always cheering us all on. Maybe a sharp, sarcastic quip. Turn that frown upside down. Yep, the worst of the worst. Is there a ranking of the best people? He would be near the bottom, alongside male mall walkers, unlicensed dentists, and Deco Naomi. Harsh. Theo chuckles as he goes back to his normal self. I mean it. You're a great friend, and I'm really impressed with your passion just now. Not many floor attendants would do that for their customers. Not that, but that's the Funplex for you, isn't it? I'm more than neatly stacked piles of quarters in your eyes. We all are. Till Gavin tells me to stop fraternizing with the neatly stacked piles of quarters, I'm good with treating you all like human beings. Like really, you inspire me. Confusingly, I glance around, looking for who Tio seems to be talking about. I've never been described as inspirational. Who? Me? Yes, you. You could use that heart you have in all aspects of your life. It'd at least make my world a bit brighter. Beep beep. Beep beep. Lunchtime's over. Looks like it's time to get back to the stage. And back to work. Are you sure you wouldn't rather dance with me? Still haven't tried out Showtime stage yet. Rain check, Tio. Rain check. Can't use that excuse forever, my friend. Checking me again next time it's raining. That's the opposite of what a rain check means. Before we go, can I ask you something? Shoot. You're a really hard worker and all, but when you get bored running through the same routine day in, day out, even I switch up my playlist now and then. What do you mean? I don't know what's been going on for the last 2 weeks. Well, I mean, are you happy with what you're doing? Is there anything you can add to your life, your job, that would make it more meaningful? Like for me, when I first started dancing, I made a promise to myself. If I was ever in a position to build a community around Showtime stage, I'd give everything to make that dream happen. That's a very specific dream. Sounds ambitious. Yeah, know it. I got ambition oozing out of every orifice of my body. TMI. Oh. Thank you, Steam, for letting everyone know what everyone's playing. What do you strive for? What do you want to accomplish? Or is this it? Sorry, that got a little too deep, didn't it? Anyway, just something to think about. We should get back before we're missed. I wonder if is he talking about me, or is he talking about himself? I mean, he's the one who's hanging out in an arcade all day. I mean, we're hanging out in the arcade all day too, but that's our job. Okay. Quickly gather up my things and head back to the Funplex. Bye, bookstore. Love you. Time for the afternoon shift. We skipped the morning. That's usually when things heat up. After the quiet morning, or kids coming in after school, or pro gamers rolling in with crews. Yeah, you think this would be a different shift, like a afternoon, evening shift. You would just close in the morning. I guess I'm logisticking the arcade. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of. And when I'm intercepted en route. Oh. Acryli, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left. Oh, what's up? Hamza is up?
Okay.
He is? Okay. Oh, she said that. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Acryli, you'll be flying solo today. What's going on? Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Thank you. Hamza, a game finder, an auctioneer. Gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel. We need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. By myself? My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. But Hale's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped here during heaviest hours with no support is hardly appealing. Hey, what gives? I want in on this too. You're trusting Funplex to the newbie? I might burn it down. How about Ashley and I swap places and I come with you? I mean, that might work. I don't want Ashley to be upset. We'll do this. Hope that works out. Is there a reason it has to be Ashley and not me?
Nope.
Definitely not. Just needs muscle to help move games around. I've got muscle. I've got a muscle or two. Just ask Naomi. I help her move games all the time. Yeah. I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Acrylic be the third wheel. Let me handle the floor. That seems like a good idea considering I'm still new. Just saying. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met. Trust me. I want to do more than I've been doing. Different things, new things. Here with some initiative, like, I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Acrylic instead. But no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Oh, Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. I can read. I need to go to the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley away. Hi, Ashley. Seeing me waiting outside with my two traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. Just a trick. It's a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we? Adventures! Four of us pile in, and it's off to the highway. I got my cursor away. Gavin's consulting a driving map on his phone leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. It's a fun van. Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate, just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting, I love arcade raids. Arcade auctions. Raids. Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine without looking up from her knitting answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by the original owners. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this? A raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza's a sweet boy. Buys up private collections before they've been thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate. And he auctions off his finds, sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sorta part. I'm a newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hamza's obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage Burger Time, ooh, I want that, in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. Yeah, that's a raid. A raid is something you do at the end of a stream. Crazy how words, or other words, Esther explain it just in case. Also, a raid is like in MMOs where you go into a dungeon with a bunch of people and die. In other words, he's just on the edge of being alone. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. You pay up front, you declare what games you want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions, makes us come down here, there, to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think he's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes. You people really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored to get an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco Palace. Help the little guys like us. It's inefficient. Relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh? Kevin's right. This could be a lot simpler. Helping out the little guy sounds good here too. Let's be friends. Let's be lovey. We're lovey. This is how we are. I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who would let a kid have a game of his dreams for free. Doesn't care about money, cares about people, am I right? I think. Christian liked my comment? It made my follow list disappear. Yeah. Don't upset the Twitch gods, they're kind of tickled right now. I'm sure it'll come back. Correctamundo. Well, I randomly remembered I have BTV emotes now. Somewhere. I should put a little Nightbot command about that. I have a ferret and cats hugging something. Anyways, what's Naomi saying? Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure, but got a big heart. That means something in this business. Not enough big hearts left some days. Yes, because that's how you pay bills and keep the doors open, having a big heart. Oh, Gavin. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal, thanks to his personal modus operandus. But let's not push too far here. You found it, Looney. It's a kitty cat. It's just a cat. One day I'll make my own BTV emotes too. One day. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hamzo usually deals in. What about the offsite storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting. And not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we can't. Not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster can be filled should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this. Above everything else, way to maintain relations with Hansa, even if we don't end up bidding. Ah.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite.
Looks like we need a second floor.
And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game.
Oh. Francine has there. Just pretends to be not there. Yeah, I haven't really done too much with BTV. I have issues with it sometimes, like if I have a stream running and then I go to another stream, I have that old streams BTV. If they had BTV, like generally in Holly streams, I have to refresh to get BTV. And I also find it doesn't work in Mon mode for me. So I just see a bunch of people browsing, you know, the word browse over and over again. But when it does work, it's fun. And yeah. It's one of those things when sites change stuff, eventually you forget what it used to look like. Browse. Browse. It seems being informative and sleepy.
Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, you know, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
Basically, all battles are not the same. Like, really, don't be stupid.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
A lot of philosophy going on for Van Ride. Unless you don't make rent on your apartment or your stomach is growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of my life, stand up for myself and my happiness. I've done just that without regrets, so everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic version. The weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? It does look pretty nice. Oh, never mind. We did that. This is our fault. Oh, come on. Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in just in case. That's our Gavin. Always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. Buying old games in barns exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. Very important. For the resale value, you mean? Oh, she's just poking at him. He's allowed to make money. Yeah, they do look like they're gonna solve some mystery. A broken game's no fun to play with. And it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdown, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game, earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Gavin's not all about money. He's got some good practical reasoning behind his thoughts. Good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi keeps preemptively attacking him along the way. Hi, Holly. Have a good time playing Viking game. With the rain pouring down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everyone resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder exactly where this auction and or raid is happening anyway. We've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing far out into the sticks? So I wonder if I went either way, like if my choices, like my 3 choices to like, you know, stay at the arcade or not, if I could stay there, or if I always end up out here. I guess I had to play this multiple times. Maybe it's some closed down roller rink, or an old bowling alley, or haunted mansion. Or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. It is Luigi's Mansion. Ah, the classic B's luck and play. So majestically awful. Oh, it's a big house. It might be really nice on the inside. Gavin pulls alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief. Is this really the auction site? Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. There might be ghosts. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
Oh. Hello, sir. You look magical.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Ooh. Acrylicbased.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
Wow, that's a good resume.
And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
It's kind of a dump, isn't it? Seekers of Antiquity. 1980X is antique. Thank you for your gracious invitation. We're gonna be polite. He seems to would respond to that sort of thing. Thank you for your invitation, Mr. Hamza. I understand you only invite a select few. The Funplex is proud to accept your summoning. Oh, I have to read this now? Ha ha ha, now you sound like me. Indeed, I am very careful of who I allow to my events. These machines deserve owners who will respect and appreciate them. Hamza will accept nothing less. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Acrylicbased. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies a small crowd in the room and begins proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of noble art of the arcade, welcome to Donnerwood. The story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, this estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year, it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate.
Yay.
It is our moral
Oh,
imperative to do so.
Sorry, sir.
I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you.
This is so dramatic and fun. I wish all auctions were like this.
On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Ooh, converting. Sounds fun. Indeed, a lavish arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. Oh, we filled up on donuts. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony. Not an arcade raid, or an arcade auction, or whatever. Donna Michaels, I knew it! I should have recognized Donna Wood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? Never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of the 1980X. Naomi, I was born in 1990X. I'm totally plugging my phone to the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. But first, I'm gonna check out the cabinets in her arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. Dashes off full speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate, so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on other collectors, leaving me to do stuff. Now we see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin smoozes, Naomi analyzes, finds Francine's already napping in a chair. Got nothing to do, we should food and look at arcade games. When in doubt, I find someone who knows what they're doing, stick to them like glue. Let's go visit Naomi. I'm not really interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones. I'm going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up. So I head downstairs and join Naomi. Oh. It's the Koski raid. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Koski. Yay. Amelia. Made a mistake. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the follows, Amelia Pond. I made a mistake. Thank you. And welcome. Are you playing? Gears 5. That sounds fun. How is the games? How are the gears? And yeah. I think I need to turn up my alert sounds. And welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's great to see ya. Yeah, thanks for the raid. Thanks for bringing friends over. The gears were turning. They do that. Good gears, at least. anyways, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Acrylic-based. Go by Acrylic. I'm a variety streamer. Play all sorts of games. Yeah, right now we are playing Arcade Spirits. Which is a visual novel where we play a down on their luck person who taking a job at an arcade in the future where arcades are still popular. And yeah, we're just trying to get by, making friends, maybe more, who knows. Right now we are in a arcade auction. It's very mysterious. Oh, you're welcome. About the Kinder's mistake. I will always advocate for Dragonlance when it comes to D&D. And yeah, Kinder's are fun. They're not popular amongst D&D players because they can be a pain if the people play them annoyingly. But yeah, I think they can be fun. But yeah. Yeah. I highly recommend checking out Dragonlance if you're new to the D&D world. I know it hasn't made 5th edition. I think there's a divorce and rights issues going on right now in it, unfortunately. But you can always homebrew. Anyways, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we got Dancing Cat. Yeah, I recommend the Dragonlance books. They're really well written. It was like the main campaign for like majority of the 80s. But yeah, anyways, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's doing well. Great to see ya. Because we're playing Arcade Spirits. We've gone to an auction, video game auction, and we decided to hang out with our arcade tech person who's checking out the arcade games. So we got a whoa, we're whoa. This is a private collection or a full-fledged arcade. I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this I don't know if this looks good. This is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. I guess this is pretty awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. Eventually, I locate Naomi practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMT machine. Oh, that's awesome. TMT was a great arcade machine. I highly recommend it. Unfortunately, if you're playing Raphael, you usually get a bad spot. Oh. Acryli, look. A 2-player variant of TMNT. 2 players. These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find. Wait. Wasn't that game originally 4 players? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because I mean, it's rare. It's a find. And it less fun? Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of these 2-player or 4 players. I'd love to have it in the arcade. I'd love to have that. And this one, and this one, and very excited. Ooh. Sorry, I don't have browse. I know I didn't browse. I don't. My BTV is not as extensive as Holly's. One day. Yeah. Oh. It's okay. There we go. Got the cat jam. I know before I had BTV, I had no idea that it was people were typing emotes. I thought they were just spamming random things like an inside joke. Oh yeah. Let's keep Ace out of my BTV for now. Oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others likely busted CTRs and controls. They all need work, but I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So not only would you have to bid and win the games, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know, isn't it great? Okay. There's a nice way to... Okay, is there a nice way to say this? Okay. I know you love restoring these games, but do we actually have the money to make for new projects? How many restorations are in your backlog right now? So we have a Levy answer, we have a logic answer, and we have like a neutral answer. Honestly, I mean, she's our techie person, so the more restoring, the more job security for her. Oh, I'm going pretty much lovey this route. We're a positive, lovey person. You really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. These games deserve to shine as they once did ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they truly can be, let people play them as they were in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. You enjoyed a challenge of restoration too, repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, problem solving of broken monitors. You know me so well, Acryli. Exactly. We got some friendship going on. Hey, Nightbot. How's it going? How is being a good bot today? Let's give it up for Nightbot, who, you know, out here being the best bot it can be. But let's see. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game? I'd say if it was in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's a really real wreck, it needs extra love, a few days, maybe weeks. If the parts are on back order. Okay, now think of the games we currently have and how many still need work or break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Don't get all logical on her. Let her have fun. Well, I could make time work late, right? Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. Naomi sighs, frustration building.
It's not fair.
Oh, Naomi.
I know. I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. So many projects I can actually take on.
I just noticed that the music cuts out when they talk, which is I really appreciate. All right, you have a great night, Mistake, for hanging out and yeah, popping by. You have a good night. And Nightbot just wants to spam now that we said what a good boy he is.
But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that.
I'm sure some people end up being robot cops. Be a robot cop if you want to be.
Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing.
Yay, game preservation is very important to you.
It's all I ever wanted to do. So, when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
I'm also really appreciating her voicing all this stuff so I don't have to. Oh, well. Trust me to ruin that. Wow, that's dedication. And really, you went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I mentioned I meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
If the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade, and I'm literally living my dream.
Aw. Okay, now I feel bad for bringing her down, or bringing down her day. You should. Terrible person. Hey, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right? It's a slim hope, and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance, grumbling stomach means I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice. Now I need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game. Something no one's played in a long time. Something that'll tug at nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 2000XX. A lot of these games are on life support, borrowed time. But they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CTRs, the monitors that power these old games, or LCDs, and now 3D flats started replacing them. They're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys tube-based TVs anymore? No one. It's all high definition in weird 3D projection tech, which looks awful. No one appreciates a good CRT anymore. It's true. CRTs are pretty cool. And technically, I don't think you can actually sell them. Like, stores can't sell them because they are hard to dispose of. I think that's a thing. Or at least they can't sell new ones. You can't produce and sell new CRTs. Aren't high def displays way cheaper though? I've seen some old games running on them in other arcades. They're wrong, is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. Pictures look weird and on LCDs. It's so true. It's very true. I appreciate you. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up in the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got options. Or opinions, sorry. I can read. Let's use LCDs. Just bash people over the head to make their vision blurry. How about we buy some cheap and common games, then gut them for spare CRTs? Very logical. Can't we simulate fuzzy images and still use an LCD? I don't know. I mean, being jokey would lighten her mood, but she might be big on being practical, but then she might be mad about murdering video games. And, you know, being middle road seems boring. We'll do logic. We haven't done logic yet. So it's a problem having spare parts on hand long term. Short of building our own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix: buy some cheap common games and then use them as organ donors.
Ugh.
And ruin a classic. Keeping common, Naomi, not some rare finds, but ones that are still readily available. We can even keep the cabinet itself, so it can be restored later if needs be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep the fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Okay, I thought she wasn't gonna like that. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I could sell Gavin on the idea too. We need more rental storage, but it means less ordering parts and less downtime, which this is exactly what like a lot of the early arcade games did. When an arcade game didn't do well, they just got it for a new one. I think like Pac-Man cabinets were originally like a sub game. Okay, I'll see if there's anything down here no one would want, nobody would need. That doesn't mean I want to buy a cool game too.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. I kind of like this game too. It makes you, I guess, accept the consequences of your actions. Like your character dialogue and that evolves from their choice. So like, I want to buy fancy new games myself and have crappy old games, but my character's already gone down this path. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know it sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly, well, Ashley is. But ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does, or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop there. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I, Suddenly shouts and stomping of feet on the floor above. What the? Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we better go see what's what. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I've heard shouting. This is Hamza. He's coordinating this auction. He's a very dramatic human. Hamza has ejected a representative of the Dark Carnival known as Deco Palace from our midst, and not soon enough, in Hamza's opinion. Okay. Okay, I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna get my work apron on since we'll be moving games soon. This is Gavin. He's our manager. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with this. Oh my gosh. With the Bacchanalian Orgy Master. It's very late to read such long words. Excellent. Now let us resume social amusements and jocularities. Acrylicbased, we will speak, yes. Hamza leads me off, away from the chattering crowd, similarly not to eat me or yell at me or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings.
Very dramatic.
Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter. Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
Thank you, Hamza. I'm just a floor attendant at Funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza. Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
I feel this is a trap. Okay, this guy is clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything? But I also don't want to make relations difficult for Funplex. This guy is really this guy is really a leading supplier of cheap arcade games. I'm secretly the royal heir of a distant land. Honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. Hired muscles for moving games. We'll keep going with the love. We're being lovey. I won't bother you with the whole story, but sorry, it is very late for me to remember what things are. To tell the LDR, basically I'm telling the truth, right? Truth is, my family has a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I sometimes my internet abbreviations escape me. Appreciate that, Amelia. Moving from city to city, job to job, after I left home, I couldn't find a stable work. Not until Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit I'm in a vulnerable position. Not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Yes. I see the dilemma in your face. I've seen it many times before, in fact, including firsthand. Yes, I've known hardship. We all have. In the course of events, you are not alone in this condition, Acrylicbased.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me, and in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals. Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin.
He's very dramatic.
But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Aw, so sweet. Okay, so how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No, no. You will need the will to dream and the will to work.
I mean, a wealthy prince probably wouldn't hurt.
The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine mentioned something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty. That is Francine. Francine's the owner of the arcade. I'm trying not to make trade-offs, though. Not to settle. My parents, they give up so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hansa makes a sweeping gesture to a beautiful ruin of the Donnawood mansion and an oil painting hanging on the wall. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album, she didn't meet expectations. She lost interest. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing the games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, and still wrapped around a glowing joystick, starved to death, lost in a game. That is terrible. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now, her lost and an aimless spirit haunts this very place. Okay. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. I'm also a big dork, apparently. Too spook. That is hard to say as a serious person. Too spoopy indeed, and obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality. But I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she's still dead. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her, in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Acrylicbased, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other, at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Either of them are truly happy as a result. What of you, Acrylicbased? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh. What else am I gonna answer except yes? But Hamza's pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Oh my. Hold that thought. The auction's about to begin. Clop. Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Greetings, friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I accept alternative bids, but test not the patience of Hamza. Your bid is not a serious offer. The hours grow short. Any titles which by no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. Emotions for me in particular to follow as the group files downstairs. Yay, we made friends with the eccentric arcade auctioneer. This way, this way. bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the games on offer. Group settles in. We're gonna hydrate before the auction, very important. And I'll probably call it soon. Usually stopping around midnight. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, hate to interrupt her nap. Or her knitting, or both, I swear. She can knit in her sleep. Oh, I'm just too nervous. I'm gonna go browse the games again, see if there are any that I missed. It's so dark down here, I swear I didn't see them all. How about you, Acryli? Want to watch the auction with me, or go help Naomi search the arcades and find either way? Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks, I think I'll... We haven't spent any time with Gavin, we might as well. I know this is sort of a dating visual novel and we shouldn't be letting ourselves too much, but I like to play it honestly. Auctioneering sounds fun. Do I get a wave? Do I get to wave our bidding paddle around? Hamza's auctions are usually a shout out loud affair, rather than discreetly signaling. But I admire your enthusiasm. Settle in next to Gavin. One of the rickety old folding chairs, not quite as posh. The banquet spread above, but hey, business time, not indulgence time.
Naomi sent me a list of games she wants me to bid on. We argued it a bit, and I managed to bring her down to 3 must-haves, and the rest would be nices. Needless to say, if the would-be nices start bidding up, I won't be bothered.
Do we have the storage space for the would-be nices?
Well, technically, yes.
What about the cash?
Like I said, only if they don't get driven through the roof.
Okay. Then maybe keep an open mind, right? Don't forget to see the forest for the trees while looking at the bigger picture or something.
Right. As Francine says, I know. But there are certain hard realities in play.
It has begun.
I half expect a mid-90s techno to start blasting as the slideshow begins, but nope. It's pretty photos of old games.
Behold!
Look at these beautiful games. They could be yours, all yours. But before we dive in, I'd like a moment of recognition for Donna Michaels. Those spirits inhabit these halls. We who are about to rescue her games do so out of respect for her and her passions. May her soul be at peace with her beloved arcade in good hands. I thought he didn't believe in that tall tale, or is he just being theatric? Because that's the way of Hamza. Now then, shall we commence the auction, friends? Settle in and wait for Gavin to take interest in the games on bid. Our next item for bid. Hey, I recognize this. It's a joust, just like the one we moved out onto the floor 2 weeks ago. Gavin frowns at his tablet, confused. Why is this on Naomi's must-have list? We already own one of these. Bidding opens at a pittance. Mere $50. Ooh, I want a joust for $50. Gavin shakes his head, ready to let this slide by. 2 units side by side would be make good tournaments. He might want it for replacement parts. And this one, let's says risk taker later, will be logical. This is what we talked about. That machine breaks down a lot, right? Well, having a spare in storage would mean not needing to buy more parts for it.
Impressive.
Shoot. And good reason to bid on it, I agree. Iris, give me a quick price check on the sum of all key components in a joust machine. As you wish, Mr. Cooper. Wait, you have an Iris too?
I suppose.
Can't say I like it, but yes. A premium Iris account. You have the free version, right? I doubt it would be capable of complex queries such as this. Done. Individual components compounded together compiled to $400. Gavin gets to his feet. $300, please.
Such fire!
Oh, at last, Gavin Cooper shows his fire. Will anyone step? Uh-oh. $1,000 to complete my midway collection. Well, crap.
Hamza must consider this.
Curious leap. Gavin, tell me, why do you seek this game? Naomi's pride and joy is a fully restored joust, but it breaks down frequently. I want to keep her dream alive by giving her an organ donor. Oh, you have put Hansa in a strange position, you have. Between a collector craving her holy grail and a young girl's dreams.
Sold!
Hansa must bow to fiscal forces that keep his fantasies afloat. Sold for $1,000. That makes sense. Since once he hears a bid he likes, it's all over. No going once, no going twice. However, Hamza is not without heart. I have a mostly working copy of that game in my personal stock that I've been meaning to restore. Gavin Cooper, I grant it to you for free. Free?
Such is the iron will of Hamza.
This is the will of Hamza. Question and ought. The collector sits grumbling.
Thank you.
Very complicated. Yeah, I know. $50 for an arcade cabinet? That's amazing. I haven't seen many of them, but like they're usually not in good order, and they're usually an extra digit or two. Plus, they're huge and heavy. Thank you, Hamza. You are most kind. Sorry, I messed up your voice. Sorry, I was giving you a Hamza voice. I am most capricious. That's probably not right. Thank you for the praise. All the same, onward. I am not Holly. I do not know my words. As well. Our next item for auction is this rather unique piece. Any gods? Is that one ugly football game? It looks like the side art stickers weren't even put on straight. White paint is totally uneven, the marquee has been broken, the monitor is a big old as-is note. Joysticks are 4 different clashing colors, and do I hear $50? $40? Wait. A nudge Gavin whispering. Put a bid on it.
Pardon?
Why, it's possibly grotesque. I recognize the shape of the joystick color. It's not really a football game. It's a TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 4-player game. Naomi told me earlier that we needed one of those. I thought they only had the crappy 2-player one, but it's definitely a TMNT at heart. Aha! It's a cheaply done conversion. No doubt some fool thought he'd get more profits off a sports game, but lazily chopped it up. It needs restoration work, granted, but Willie stands up.
I suppose.
I suppose be willing to take it for 40. Maybe we can salvage that monitor. Good. All games deserve a home, even the ugly ducklings. Are there any other bids? No, not one? Very well.
Sold.
Sold to Gavin Cooper of the Funplex. Thank you. After Gavin sits down, I swear I spotted Hamza wink at me. Oh my. You know, we just conned him? And is he okay with that?
Impressive.
You know, Acrylic, you're more knowledgeable about old arcade games than I thought you'd be. Well, my parents took me arcades all the time. Back when I was a kid, I had a few favorites like, I'm gonna say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because that's easier to say, and Q*bert. Q*bert's really cool. Uh-oh, got a flashback. And those were good times, better times.
Very well.
Well, I suppose you can relive those good times a little once Naomi restores that game. During your breaks and after work, please. Yes, sir. Realize my demeanor is one of seriousness, but it is not like I'm anti-fun. I enjoy pinball games, a pinball game or two, for that matter. I thought that was more of a sort of challenge, though. Order to chaos, developing mastery over game, and so on. Which is fun. For me, fun is a highly variable concept, person to person. For example, undoubtedly Naomi is going to have considerable fun restoring that TMNT back to its former glory, precisely because it is so mutilated. That the Funplex provides fun in any form the visitor requires. That's my endgame, goal I reach for. The tricky part I found is balancing conflicting fun, ensuring that many dreams are realized as possible. Despite reality being rather harsh about all of that. I can read. We need to watch our budget today. We are going to optimize that fun. Do you understand? I guess being optimal is fun for you. I suppose it is at that.
Revel in the splendor.
Next, a rare find indeed, but would surely be the jewel of any collector's treasure trove, provided they are discerning collectors who appreciate such splendor. Next game, a black and white driving game from 1970X. I give you Death Race. Inspired by the movie of the same name. Decorated with skulls, it sparked controversy nationwide. Sounds fun.
Seriously?
That relic is seriously on Naomi's must-have list. Absolutely not. Not only is it an ancient artifact, but bygone era age. I'd rather not have angry parents mad at that little Timmy ran over people in a video game. They're gremlins, not humans. Very, very blurry little white blobs of gremlins. Doesn't matter. It won't earn. Earning is critical for a small arcade such as ours. It's true. There's actually there's an old Atari game where you drive a fire truck and you're trying to get to wherever the fire is. You have so much time, blah blah blah. But there are people around, and if you run them over, they're like little white blobs. And it kind of works against you. Anyways. Okay. I mean, Gavin makes sense, right? Don't we have it? I mean, I'm thinking because I'm cozier with Naomi, I'm not siding with Gavin at all, because me, the person who is reading this, I understand his feelings, and that as much as I would love that arcade game, I don't think it would do well in an arcade. It's just a little too far removed. So let's make the Funplex face Funplex, a museum of amusements. It's a part of history, important to Naomi. Don't we have enough money? We barely bid. Gotta hydrate. We'll keep on going with the hearts. Okay. So it wouldn't earn, but it's a legendary game, Gavin. Its importance in the lore of arcades is undeniable. More importantly, Naomi wants this game. You told me your dream is to support the dreams of others. Then we got a Joust for free, got a TMT for pennies on the dollar. I think we can afford to make her dreams come true. Alright.
I hadn't intended.
I've been letting so many of her wishes slip by during this auction. Perhaps this is the ideal time to make it up to her, to obtain a unique treasure. Hamza, Funplex bid is $250. Uh-oh. He looks very fancy. Well, he doesn't look very fancy. He looks like he's gonna bid stuff. Gadzooks! A fine like that can't go for a paltry $250. Bid $300. $400. Unstarn it. $500.
Such fire.
5. We have 5. Do we have any numbers above that? 6? Oh, really? 6 for one. Half a dozen for another. Oh, Hamza. Pixelpalooza owner. Okay, that's cool. Darn nations. Huh. No one's willing to match?
Sold.
Seems you have won yourself a piece of arcade history, Gavin Koopa. Sold. He could sell us some fried chicken. Satisfied. Satisfied, Gavin sits back down and offers me a curt nod of thanks. I mean, okay, I don't think it'll make money and it's not a good investment, but it'd be really cool for an arcade to have that. I kind of got the flippy flops on that. And that's everything on her list. Well, the must-haves and a few of the would-be nices. Now sit and wait while Hamza grinds his way through the rest of the stock. We can't start moving games out until the auction's complete. Naomi's not replying to a text. Can you go find her? I'm sure she's around here somewhere. Let her know what we bought. Sure thing. Leaving the excitable auction master and his compatriots behind, I start wandering through the maze-like arcade of Donna Wood's private collection. Naomi, where the heck are you? Dark and quiet back here. Where could Naomi be? Not like it's an infinite plane of games. There's only so many places she could hide. As I walk by a game, the screen lights up. Freeze in my tracks. My hands accidentally brush past the glowing joystick. Seems familiar, like something from a story I've heard once. Hamza, Tall Tale, said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games. Game with a glowing stick. Should I walk away? I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already sorted a quarter. Game is ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game. I want to play the game. I don't have an option. I was gonna stop it here. And be that jerk who makes people wait. We'll middle play the game. My hands wrap around the stick. My eyes drink in the color lights swirling on the screen. This is how you get sucked into a video game, by the way. Oh, never mind. Play the game. Play the game. I think we'll stop it here. This seems like a good spot. We're gonna save our game. Yeah. So we've been sucked into a video game. Well, I think we're just playing a video game, but let's be dramatic. And yeah, we're gonna save one more time. That's how I do it. And yeah, Tron time. It looks kind of like Tron or Battle Zone. Anyways, yeah, that'll do it for me today because it's like 12, 13. I need to work in the morning. But I want to thank everybody. I want to thank our chatters. Thank you, chatters. Thank the lurkers. You gotta love the lurkers. Lurkers are love. Thank you to our raider. Thank you. And to our new followers, thank you. Appreciate it. And of course, the VOD watchers from the future. I hope the future is bright.